welcome to episode 26 of the Zeens and Roger crochet vlogcast. The name says it all. I don't need to explain what this is. I'm Rosina and I was almost going to start explaining what it was. I've just said I wasn't going to do that. It's crochet gubbins, you know that. So, crochet news. I don't know where to start because there's so much. There's so much I want to go on about, and I've written it all down, but it's in no particular order, so I don't really know what to do other than just to start talking and see where it goes. And the first thing I want to say is that the UK is covered in a blanket of snow, and I've been moaning all week because we haven't had any here in this particular bit. This is East Devon, so southwest of the UK, and like, never eat shredded wheat, where are we? The west of us is all snowy, the east of us is all snowy, but this particular pocket of Devon has had bugger all, and it's really frustrating. I've been looking forward to this for so long. Months ago, October, November, I said to myself, I feel it in my bones. I think this winter is going to be a snowy one, because we haven't had snow for maybe 8 years. And, well, I love snow, because we don't get it very often. It's a novelty and therefore it's quite exciting. And I felt that this winter would be the winter, and then all week I've seen non-stop pictures and footage of people having fun and frolics in the snow, and there's been none here. But this morning we woke up and there's been a flurry. So we have whiteness out there, outside. I can still see the road though, so we're talking a dusting. However, our particular part of the country is now in a red warning. The weather forecast people, the Met Office, have issued a red warning, which means like you have to be on high alert. We're expecting full-on snow in about 3 or 4 hours. It's very, it's just so slight at the minute. You wouldn't even notice that it was snowing unless you looked hard. That's not crochet related at all, is it? Sorry. It's very exciting though. I had a shower this morning. The shower water didn't drain from the bath, and I was like, I think this might be cold related. And sure enough, we went outside and the drains had frozen, and because I'd literally just got dressed and gone outside to have a nose, my hair froze. I've never experienced that before. I mean, it was crisp. It's amazing. I was only outside for like 3 minutes. That's how cold it is. It's amazing. So exciting. We are not prepared for extreme weather conditions here. This is like if you were in Canada or somewhere and they regularly get, regularly get full-on snow. You're prepared for it. You have everything in place to make sure that life can go on as normal. Here, there's nothing like that. It's the same for when it gets super hot as well. We are completely unprepared. Right, next news item. Before I go on to crochet, I'm so sorry. Can I just say that something else truly exciting happened to me a couple of weeks ago. It happened to quite a few of us actually. For the very first time in my life, I experienced an earthquake. Oh my god. It was it was like basic. It was Saturday afternoon. I was pretty hungover and therefore in bed. I don't condone that sort of thing. I really don't. But I obviously just can't handle drinking, and so I get quite bawly if I do it. But I was in bed like feeling sorry for myself, and the house just went doo-doof, and all the stuff on my shelves rattled. And I was like, crikey, what's that? I mean, literally we're talking like 3 or 4 seconds. And a few moments later, my husband came upstairs. I was like, did you feel that? And he was like, what? No. He said, it was probably just a lorry passing by. I was like, I knew it was an earthquake. I knew it. And the next day it was all over the news. But with hilarious kind of twists on the story, because it was pretty paltry, really. It was not, you know, in the grand scheme of things, it was not not anywhere near as extreme as I know other people get it in different parts of the world, and sometimes they can be absolutely devastating. But in this circumstance, I was really excited. I will probably never experience another one again. So I'm going to try and, like, I'm going to keep it forever as an exciting memory. Crazy. I think that's it for, like, stuff that's not anything to do with crochet. I could always edit it and put that stuff at the end, or I'll timestamp it so that if you are truly not interested, you can skip. But hey, snowstorms and earthquakes, that's really exciting. Right, so let's move on to actual crochet related stuff. Yeah, right, okay, so first things first, it is Thursday the 1st of March, and March means it is March Meet the Maker on Instagram. So if you want to play along, then I will put the link to the relevant stuff in the show notes. But it's run by Joanne Hawker, who is a maker. I think she's a graphic designer and illustrator, amongst other things. And it's an Instagram challenge where you have to, you know, you get prompts, and each day you post a picture based on that prompt. And that's not the only one, because there's also, I found out this yesterday via Tamara from Crafty Escapism, Hooked on Yarn 2018 is another month-long Instagram challenge for March, because apparently it's National Crochet Month. I did not know that. I did not know there was such a thing as National Crochet Month. So I've learnt something. I don't know if it's international. It might just be a national thing for the US, so that's why I haven't heard of it. But I mean, crochet is an international thing, so why not spread the joy a bit further? So if you want to join in that challenge as well, there's prompts for that one too, and some of them some of them are interchangeable, I think. I mean, I'm going to try and join in both as and when I can, because I think some of them have the same themes on the same day, but not all of them. So I'm going to try and do that. Another bit of news that I'm very excited about, but you probably don't give two stuffs about, is that I'm in Simply Crochet magazine. I've been waiting for a long time for this issue. I think I made my thing in October, but it had been okayed. I think I got the commission in the summer last year, so that's a really long time, and I've been waiting for ages. Let's see if I can find it. Here it is. I've got it. Oh no, I haven't. That wasn't mine. Here you go. This is issue 68 and it's out at the moment. I've done a pencil case and it's corner to corner, one of my favourites. And it's a pencil case, and on one side it says write, and on the other side it says stuff. Write stuff. Yeah. It's always nice to see a design in print, and it's so much. I think the weight makes it even more exciting. If it just sort of plonked on your doorstep a couple of days after you've done it, it doesn't have that same kind of build up. So I've been waiting for this for ages, and then a few weeks ago they asked me for a headshot as well, and I was like, what's that for? And there I am, that's me. I'm in the contributors page. Yay me! Oh, sorry. Yay me! Woohoo! It's just so exciting. It's so exciting. And this issue is cool. It has got jumpers in it that I really want to make. I want to make them both, but I don't know if I have time to do both. I'm going to have to choose one, and I know which one it is I want to make. There's that one, which is just a really nice sort of casual jumper. Good, it's got a nice stitch. I really I think it'd be quite straightforward to make, and it looks good. It's my sort of thing. However, it's been trumped, I'm afraid, by this one, which I think is absolutely gorgeous. I love it, and I'm going to make it, but I'm not sure about the ruffles because I'm not a ruffle person. I love it, and I'm hoping that if I make it, you make it first and then you add the ruffles afterwards, and I'm hoping that ruffle free it will still look just as amazing. I don't need ruffles around my top area. I don't need to attract more attention than already does. I'm quite top heavy. Oh, I might cut that bit out. It's a really nice jumper, and there's that's the thing. There's like some wrist warmers here and some socks. And I'm going to say that I don't like crochet socks. I just have no desire whatsoever to make myself a pair of socks out of crochet. I don't think it looks comfortable. I've said this before, haven't I? The stitches look like they'd sort of, you'd be able to feel them. I like socks where you don't think about them at all. Why would you want to think about your feet? You just want to go about your day, go about your business. I don't want to be able to feel a sock on my foot. So I've said I'm never making crochet socks. But let me go back to it. I might make these ones as a test, because Faye was saying how much she didn't really like the granny, but she was willing to give it a go because I had a granny cowl on at the moment. And I figure that if she can do that, I can do this. I can make a pair of socks and then judge. Because if I've never made them, and it's the same with all those magic knots and Russian joints that I was talking about last time, if I've never made them, how can I truly judge? I don't want to stick my nose up at something and not, without knowing what I'm talking about. So I think I might, because these are only short, and it looks like they're done in, there's a lot of, I think they're treble crochets, US doubles mostly. I think they'll probably be quite a quick make. And then also a couple of issues prior, maybe issue 66, 67, what's that one? Yeah, that's 68. There was this free pamphlet, free pattern book with Simply Crochet. And it's got 3, they're quite short as well and look quite simple. 3 patterns for socks. So I was thinking, those ones I might make. They looked interesting to do. So if I could make those and those 2 pairs of socks, and maybe find a 3rd pair of socks as well, then I'll know for sure whether or not I, in actual fact, dislike crochet socks. Because it might turn out that I think they're fabulous and I've been missing out all this time. Who knows? So that's the plan. I'm going to make some socks. And then, because it's socks, because Faye from the Crochet Circle podcast is going to have at some point later on in the year a sock along of some sort, and I would like to take part. And I wouldn't mind trying, if I make like 3 or 4 pairs of socks over the next few months, then I hope to have enough kind of experience under my belt that I could design my own pair that are my sort of socks. That makes sense, doesn't it? And we shall see. They look quite complicated to me, so I don't know how well I'll do, but I'll give it a go. I've got this idea now fixed in my head that I want to do this. I will keep you updated, of course. And whilst I was talking about that, I said sock along, and it reminded me of alongs and cals. I won't talk about the granny cal, but it's still going strong. There's 2 weeks left, and I'll talk about my project for that in a minute, my second one. But it just made me realise that I want to talk about the fortune cookie cal, which is being run by Claudia from Crochet Luna. Hello, Claudia. I am going to make a jumper, I think, for that. And here is I did an online generator for my fortune cookie. I hope I've got enough time to make a jumper. I think it finishes in when does it finish? Have I got a month left? Might have a month left, not sure. My fortune cookie is Depart not from the path which fate has assigned you. I don't think I was planning on departing from any path anytime soon. I don't know. Depart not from... How do I know what path's been assigned to me? Well, I thought my sort of thinking is that I had started on a path of garment making for the back to school sweater cal and really liked it, and said that it was just the beginning and I was going to pursue garment making. So I shall continue on along that path and make a jumper. Yeah? I think that kind of links to my fortune cookie. Don't stop making clothes. Keep going. And also, I could sort of muster up some other meanings, but yeah, that'll do. I'm quite pleased with that one. It means I can make a jumper at some point in the next few weeks. The jumper I want to make, I don't have a pattern for it at the moment. Cat scratching the door. Oh, it's still snowing. The jumper I want to make, I don't know it yet. Oh, hang on. The jumper I want to make is, I don't have a pattern for it yet. Come here, Marty. I don't have a pattern for it yet. There she is. I don't really want to make it up, but I don't know if I'm ready to make those 2 jumpers from that magazine yet, because I'd have to order more wool, more yarn, and I really shouldn't. I'm resisting. I've resisted buying that wool from the triangle granny blanket that I want to make, so that's not going to make the cowl. The granny cowl, I mean. Thank you. So I need to use yarn that I've already got, and it needs to be a relatively simple pattern so that I can make it in time. And I think one of those looks quite simple. I could base it on that one, I suppose, because the other one just looks a bit too thinky, and I want to order something nice for it. This one has to be made in a really good yarn, probably. And yeah, I don't have anything, and I'm not going to spend any money on new yarn yet. So here's the thing. I'm afraid to say that I'm not going to make that skirt. You know, the skirt I made last month. When did I make that? 2 months ago? The linen stitch skirt. I'm afraid that that is not going to be remade. I'm going to use the yarn to make a jumper. I mean, yeah, it was fun to, the idea of a skirt was fun. But I reckon I just don't think it would look anything like it would in my head. I'm not going to dismiss it altogether, but right now I'm not ready for a crochet skirt. Not that one anyway, because there were too many alterations that I'd have to make to it, and I'm too lazy. I don't want to anymore. So here's my bag, because you know I bought enough yarn to make 2 skirts because I was that keen on it. It's amazing what a few weeks does. Yeah, a few weeks changes your mind. I've got all of this. I think that's enough to make a jumper, and evidently it'll have to be a colourful one, because there's not enough of any one colour to make a jumper in just one colour. So I thought, you know, colour block style, but more like I could do half a sleeve one colour and the other sleeve another colour, and watch it all together, I suppose. I've got 2 balls of pink. I've got two balls of this green plus that, 2 balls of blue, 2 of brown. I've got 3 and a bit of grey. Mustard is that much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's plenty there for a jumper. And in that pattern book where the skirt was, there is a colour block jumper in there. So I'm going to research patterns and decide whether or not to just make one up as I go along, or find a pattern that I like and use that. I've got a few magazines stashed away that are bound to have jumper patterns in them. Ooh, or I could do a cardigan. I don't know yet. I've got until, at the moment I'm working on a blanket that needs to be finished by Saturday. I made a shawl last week, and on Saturday I started a blanket, and I'm due to finish that hopefully this Saturday. I need a break from commissions now, please, because I've shot myself in the foot by going yes to everything. It's taking its toll and I'm getting fed up. I want to do some me crochet now. So jumper, socks, and there was something else as well I wanted to do. I just concentrate on my shawls. I've got lots to do. Sewing, those bags need to be finished. I have not touched the sewing machine since I did those. Oh, load of kids playing outside with snow. I filmed my boys in the back garden this morning, so I might squeeze that on the end if it's interesting. I mean, I literally just press record and filmed them. Well, it's just like some boys being excited by snow. It's not actually like amazing. I'll watch it. I haven't watched it yet, and then decide. So anyway, sidetrackitis. I need some me time. Absolutely. I'm getting fed up now. It's things like, actually the blanket I'm making at the moment, I think it's going to be a good one. The shawl, it's not the yarn or the colours I originally intended, and therefore I was didn't enjoy making it as much because it wasn't very me. And so I need to combat that. I need to indulge a little bit in the next few weeks, and then assess where I am after that, and see, because at the moment I'm sort of at crossroads. I don't know what's going on with myself at the minute. with crochet design. I was talking to some people at a meetup last week. I went to Exeter and met up with a load of people that have small businesses in the creative industry, and we all just sit there and have tea and coffee and cake and whatever, and just chat away about anything really. It's not business networking or anything like that. If it were, I wouldn't be there. I just want to go and kind of let off steam and feel that I don't know, I was going to say feel I'm part of something, but that's nonsense. Spouting BS. Yeah, but it was really good. But just talking about things like, everyone was like, oh, what are you planning on doing next? I honestly don't know. I mean, I just want to make stuff. However, I'm happy with how things are in the minute, but will I be happy with that in a year's time? I mean, I'm getting enough pocket money now that I can buy yarn without feeling guilty. I need to still behave, but if I sort of spend 25 quid on a yarn order every now and again, every couple of months, then I want to be able to not feel guilty about that. So, but anyway, see, already my thoughts have not been processed. People are asking me where next, and oh, what do you plan on doing? Do you sell kits? Oh, do you sell physical products? And do you do this? And I was like, well, I haven't really thought about it. And then they're like, well, maybe you should. And the answer is, yeah, maybe I should. So I need to sort my stuff out, don't I? So that's on my mind and making me wonder. Yeah, I've got a few ideas, but I just don't know how to go about making them a reality. I've no clue what I'm doing. But it was lovely to get to talk to other people and just the enthusiasm and energy buzzing off these people is fantastic. It's amazing. And they're all really good artists and creators. And you sort of turn up going, oh, I like to play with wool. Hello. But I mean, yeah, loads of people they're proper artisans. It's good. I kind of steal their energy and come back. Yes, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, and then a week passes and it's like, well, I don't know what's going on. Yeah. Right. Okay. Where am I? Socks done. Right. Okay. Well, I haven't talked about any of stuff I've actually been crocheting in the last 2 weeks, have I? Right. Should we do that? Go on. Oh, I was going to sit here and unpick this while I chatted and I haven't done it. Let's start. Have I got a jobby? Let me find a... What are these called? Unpickers? Oh, I'm slouching again. Right. I have got... let me see. Oh, perhaps this is not a good idea because I need to be really... I'll end up unpicking the actual thing, won't I? It's going to be... I'll crochet it together instead of these... well, it is crocheted together. I'm going to not crochet it together with slip stitches like I have done. I might mattress stitch it. Oh, well, I don't know. Not do this, whatever this was. Awful, disaster. Look at all that. It just looks like a dog's dinner. So I'm going to try an invisible join next. That's what I'm going to do. Oh God, I'm really hungry. Okay. So, yeah, this is my granny cow effort. My second project. Disaster. Blech. It might be done by the end of the cow, which is on the 15th of March. I hope so. It'd be nice to get that done. I can't do that. I can't sit and talk and do that at the same time, sorry. Right, okay. Here are some Easter eggs. They're enormous. I've written a blog post about these. The yarn has been sent to me from Hobbycraft, which is, you can go to places like the Range, and garden centres quite often have crafty areas and stuff like that, but I don't know, Hobbycraft might be the only one that is a pure craft shop. The yarn is a chunky yarn and it's my Easter egg pattern, and the only difference is just it's chunky, so they've come out real big. And then I used double knit to make some embroidery. I didn't even finish it because it's just to have photographs you don't need to. And the back I was just like, that'll do. And even if I end up using them for decorations, I can always, you don't need to have it around the back. It could be propped up in a corner somewhere and no one will know. I have a whole family of these. If you've seen the photographs on Instagram, you will have seen that they're all different sizes, from double knit to doubled up chunky, and how big they can be. I didn't bring up the other ones, I've just brought those up. They're actually quite weighty. I don't know what I'm going to do with them because I don't celebrate Easter. Other than buy chocolate eggs. We don't celebrate Easter in this house. So I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I just quite like the fact that they're there, and this year, last year and the year before, don't think it was the year before that, I've just made a couple each year and they've gotten bigger and bigger. Because there's a tutorial on, I've got a YouTube tutorial as well on how to do those. So that's finished object number 1. Finished object number 2. Oh my god, I am so excited. And this is going to be my Edinburgh woolwear. It's Inside Crochet magazine. Yes. There it is. It's like that. It's that one. It's that one. Oh my god, I forgot as well. I've just flicked to the back page. OMG, that's me. I have a whole interview. I am just like seriously gobsmacked. I'm going to start getting all excited in a minute. I shall just gloss over this. Yes, there's an interview, okay. But needless to say, I am peeing my pants with delight. I was just like thrilled to be asked, and love it. And then at some point I'll write a blog post about it, and then I'll print out, I'll do the I think I'll probably put a blog post with the original answers I gave, because as with like any magazines and stuff like that, they edit it a little bit. They've cut stuff out because obviously I just went off on one for a bit too long, and so they've had to sort of cut it down somewhat and chop out my words. But I mean, it's not been manipulated or anything like that in that sort of way. I just mean, yeah, they've had to reduce my answers a little bit because I waffled. No change there. The pattern is called, here it is. It is called The Emergence of Spring, because, I'll show you a different picture, because the brief was about spring, and my idea was basically this represented the earth and the soil, and this was the emerging shoots of spring bulb plants. And so therefore the emergence of spring, so we have the green and the earthy brown of the soil, and an awakening. and I actually am super proud of myself with this one. I really, really like it. And they've sent it back because I sent an email saying, can I have it back so I can wear it to Edinburgh? And they were like, yeah, sure. So I got it. It arrived a few days ago, arrived at the beginning of the week. It is a filet shawl. It's a wrap. It looks really nice actually. It looks better on screen than it does in real life. Not colouring, just like the shaping looks nice from afar. And it's a wrap, and there you go. In fact, I would quite like these ends. I'm gonna do a sequel. I'm gonna do a winter sequel, and maybe summer and autumn as well. Let's try and get like a collection. I've already got an idea for the winter one though, and I'll probably be on the lookout for yarn at Edinburgh for the winter one. But oh, do you know, I really, really like it. I just like, this came from my brain. It's amazing. For a split second, I've had a moment of genius. Let me just show you. It is, yeah, it's just a filet shawl wrap type thing, with lots and lots of, I've incorporated this stitch with another stitch pattern going across this way, and then another one which I've sort of semi-invented. None of the, basically, yeah, you look through stitch dictionaries and you get inspiration, and then you try and then you work out what you want to do from there. And so I've had to do lots of maths. That's another pat on the back, because me and maths are not best friends at all. And I worked out multiples. They're all different multiples, so I had to work it all out so they all fit together. Amazing. That's not like me at all. But I was determined because I had this idea in my head. I had this design with sort of like a lacy main body with end bits. I've had in my head since I visited Frida at the farm up north in the summer. Just from talking to her and looking at her knitting and looking what she was working on. Sorry, I got a really runny nose. Yeah, just the earthy tones of all her yarns that she had dyed and stuff like that. Because, and I've forgotten it, I did actually start making this, and I showed you. I held up a ball of brown yarn and had a strand of stuff, and I'd literally done about 2 rows, 3 rows or something like that, and I showed you that that was my work in progress. Well, I'd started it, and then Inside Crochet got in touch with me and said, do you have an idea for the shawl? Because I think I'd contacted them and said, here's a design idea. And I didn't hear back for a while, and I thought, oh, I'll just make it for me then. And then as I just started it, they said, oh, do you still have that shawl design, because we're interested? And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, sure. So I was just like, oh, all right then. And actually, this is Blacker Yarns. This is Tamar Luster blend, and it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So probably I will be approaching the Blacker stand in Edinburgh to find the sequel yarn. I've lost my thread. Where was I? Oh, I did my first chain and made my first chains on Christmas Eve. And I worked on it Christmas Eve, Boxing Day, no, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Boxing Day, and the day after Boxing Day, and then I was done. And it just flew off the hook. It was a breeze, because I'd worked out all the maths in advance, amazingly, because normally I don't. I fanny about as I'm making something, and then I write it down as I go and as I'm sort of tinkering. But I had somehow everything just sort of fit into place, and I'd worked it all out in advance. That's nuts. But it just felt right to everything. It was beautiful. I'm just going to hold it up again. And you can wear it as a scarf if you wanted to. You can make it a bit longer than it is, but whatevs. Excuse me, I said I'd never say that again. Whatever. Yeah, sequel coming soon. Jeez, I've got enough on my list. I don't know when. I need another me. I need another me. But I'm so happy. So chuffed. It's good. It's good. Needless to say, you know, I will go, I'm at the top of a roller coaster at the minute, and I will guaranteed plummet back down and then slowly creep up again and go back down. It's a roller coaster. I keep sort of like going, don't forget to pack the scarf, don't forget to pack the scarf, shawl, wrap. Can you imagine I get all the way to Edinburgh and I don't have it? This is I'm desperate to wear it to Edinburgh. Only so I can go up to the black people and go, look what I made with stuff. And that's it. God, it's sort of, I feel a bit, I'm such a selfish cow, honestly. It's just like, yay, listen to me, I'm so great, I'm so fabulous. But then, I wouldn't have anything else to talk about. I don't know. I think that is it. I think I've written a list of blog posts I want to do in the future. Some of them proper, and some of them just not. You know, varying mix of things. Things like I would actually like to do a blog post about sewing in ends and sort of just giving feedback about my thoughts on the different methods I've used. But I haven't used all the methods yet, so I can't do that. I can't remember what else, because this is not the book my list of stuff is written in, where I have ideas about blog posts. So that's not helpful. I don't know. I'll talk about that another time, I suppose. Anyway, I kind of feel like there's something I need to be telling you and I've forgotten what it is. I don't know. Right, I'm gonna go. I'm hungry and I'm sure you've had enough of listening to me talk about myself. So pat yourself on the back for just being brilliant as well. Thank you very much for hanging out with me. I will see you again soon. Hope you're well. It's nice to see you. Cheerio. Bye bye. I will in a minute.